We've seen this Buckeye team continue to find victories this year. They're undefeated going into today. What is the mindset on a senior day for these players, and how do you handle the emotion of knowing for a lot of these guys the last time in the shoe?
You know, I think there's two things. One, for the guys playing the last time, for sure, sometimes you get an extra game here. It's really emotional because they think back to all that went into them getting here and the memories they had. And then there's the younger guys who feel a sense of responsibility, that they don't want those guys leaving on anything other than a good note. So it's fun to watch the difference in emotions between the two groups.
I figure when they hit the locker room, it'll be on to next week. Is that how it's going to be handled? And is that the mindset you need, knowing what's to come next Saturday?
Yeah, the hard part is that you don't want guys thinking about next week before they're in the locker room. And that's hard because you always think about that game. But you got to stay focused today, get the job done. But absolutely, when they hit that locker room, there'll be nothing else in their minds about than getting ready for that game and going up north and taking care of business.
When you talk about taking care of business, there's a different mindset in this matchup. They say throw the record books out for a lot of games, but this is different. How do you handle that, the number one team in the country, and knowing what's happened the last few seasons?
Yeah, you know, I think whether you're number one or you're not, or they're above you or whatever, the hard part is focusing on each play rather than focusing on, oh, I wonder if we're going to win this big game. You can't think that far out. Keeping them focused play by play, possession by possession, that's the magic, and it's hard. And that's what we got to get done.
You've coached up in Ann Arbor, coaching in that environment, playing in that environment. How can they feed off of that, knowing that they are in enemy territory?
Yeah, you know, that's a tough place to play. The only time we lost to them was up there. And they got great fans like we do. It's loud. You know, you got to quiet that crowd. But it's spectacular. The feeling in this game, whether it's here or there, is different than the feeling in any other regular season game. So, you know, keeping your wits about you, keeping poised, patient, but playing with a lot of velocity, keeping it simple, it's a lot of fun.
You've got one of the greatest quotes in Buckeye history. Thank God he allowed me to be a Buckeye. When you're on the sideline here, you get to ring the bell. When you get to take part in this, you're talking to Ryan Day. How special is it to be back around the program every day and helping still kind of lead young men, even though you're not the head coach anymore?
Well, you know, you always count your blessings. And, you know, I never dreamed that I would ever be in the Horseshoe in my life, other than maybe watching a game. And then you had a chance to coach there, and now I get a chance to watch Ryan and his guys, and I'm so proud of Ryan. You know, he's kept nice, even keel, which is hard, and just love watching him.